Today, we're making the famous Royal Caribbean Coconut Ranger Cookie.
Stop.
Welcome back to Bacon Fat and Weird.
Can I guess what we're making?
Can you give a drum roll? All right, guess what we're making.
There's some cornflakes. There's oats. I don't know. We're making
Coconut Ranger Cookies.
Oh, nice. Weird. There's cornflakes?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Man, I hope they turn out.
Are you so excited?
Yeah.
You are now, aren't you?
Oh,
Okay.
Coconut. Oh, okay.
And then we're also going to stuff. So we're gonna make a normal batch. I'm gonna pull half the dough and add a little bit more flour, and we're gonna stuff half of them. But half of them, I'm just gonna make the way that you like them from the Royal Caribbean cruises. So every time,
it's been a while.
Every time we go on a cruise, Aubrey has to get the Coconut Ranger cookies.
Not just one or two, probably like 10 a day.
Yeah. So she is definitely a donut girl at her heart, but when it comes to Coconut Ranger cookies, she'll gladly swap teams.
You know what's sad though is that it'll be a long time before I have one again, you know? Because the next trip we're taking is Costa Rica.
Well, the next trip we're taking is
Montana.
Yeah, we're going to Montana.
We're gonna skip over that. You know that.
Oh.
You know that, like a vacation.
Okay, next vacation
is Costa Rica. Apparently, we're going back to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Never thought that I'd say that.
Almost a year later, too.
Yeah. Super excited about that. It's going to be our first all-inclusive.
Well, I bet we'll be doing something in October with Hydrojug then.
Maybe.
Because I'm sure they'll do a trip.
Maybe we're not cool enough.
I doubt it, but okay.
Every year I'm like, maybe I'm not cool enough this year to go to the Hydrojug trip. But anyway, and then we are going on a Disney cruise.
You think they'll have Coconut Ranger cookies?
I doubt. No, I'm sure they'll have some good food, but not a Coconut Ranger cookie.
Yeah.
The best thing on a Carnival cruise is the molten lava cake.
Like every night you can get the molten lava cake and the chocolate lava cake and the...
It's been a while for that.
No, Josh is going to come be in the episode today. So come on over, Josh.
Special guest.
Have you ever been on a cruise, Josh?
I have been on cruises as a kid.
Have you ever been on a Royal Caribbean cruise?
I've not done Royal Caribbean.
Oh, well, they have a cookie called a Coconut Ranger cookie.
Coconut Ranger.
And it has cornflakes in it.
It's just like a chewy, flat, delicious coconut cookie.
So we're making that today, and then we're going to stuff some because
interesting.
It's weird. So
we got to stuff.
That's what I'd say about everything. Got to stuff it.
Did you
and
get
you
this?
Stuff it.
Did you get this recipe like online? Are you?
Yeah, I read online based on someone who claims that they recreated the carnival.
I'm just very surprised, I guess, that there's like
cornflakes in
there.
Not me.
And oats.
And it has that milk powder that I had to get this morning.
Yeah, the milk powder I think makes sense because doesn't that make it a little bit like chewier?
I don't know. I don't put milk powder in things. All I know is that we didn't get this butter at all warmed up, so it has been a nightmare.
Do you need me to do that?
No, I don't think so, but I just don't know how much this butter is really getting creamed into this thing at this point. I feel like for the past 10 minutes, people have been watching me stir this around.
You could probably like throw it in the microwave for 20 seconds.
It's fine. You can get the whisk out, maybe.
I feel like you're doing a good job.
Feels like it's like a crust of a pie. I can see like the butter chunks. But anyways, let's just keep going with it. Ready to add some more?
Sure. What am I adding?
Oh, I don't know. If you want to add the flour, or do you want to get the eggs, actually? That would probably be great.
Anyway, yeah. Costa Rica last year was an interesting trip. It was very fun, and we were thankful to go. But we never really thought we'd go back to Costa Rica because we're like foodies, and you can get very authentic Costa Rican food there, but we felt like the other options of anything else was like a little bit lacking.
Yeah, but this will be an all-inclusive, so...
Right. And I watched some YouTube videos. It looks like they have some options. But it did say that they had like authentic Costa Rican food again. So we're going to be eating lots of plantains and eggs.
And grasshoppers.
And
no, I'm just kidding. We don't eat grasshoppers. Those are the biggest grasshoppers I've ever seen in my life. So.
Literally ever.
There we go. This is a lot easier now.
And we chose to take the kids to this trip, so I don't know if that'll be a mistake. But, just winging it. Last year I was pregnant for it. I probably shouldn't have gone.
You were really pregnant.
We were nowhere near.
This will be Beckham's second time going to Costa Rica.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
You want to give me the flour?
Mm-hmm. I literally haven't done anything as we were standing here, so.
Telling the great story. I think that it's really hard for people like me who have grown up in like a beach town like Panama City to go to other beaches.
Yeah.
Because Panama City Beach is nice. I mean,
it's
arguably like
white
up there.
sugar beaches.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on cruises where we've stopped in ports and you're like, oh, the beach at home is nicer than this beach. So
we have beautiful water.
Yeah, so it's really hard, and so Costa Rica's beach is much more like a, like kind of West Coast beach. No, it's more like a beach that you would see on the West Coast.
Well, it kind of does though remind me too of.
It is. Well, isn't it the Pacific?
Like Texas. Texas's beach, remember?
Galveston.
Yeah, I used to go to Galveston.
Galveston is like the
like darker colored sand. The waves are a little bit heavier.
Rocks. There's rocks too, though.
So, yeah, I did look at YouTube videos of the resort we're going to. And
the pool is crazy in the resort.
Yeah, the pool looks great. But the beach, yeah, it'll be definitely different from ours.
Okay.
Okay, coconut. You want me to stir?
No, I'm good. Don't worry. You just stand over there looking pretty. I'll save those for the end.
Yeah, Brad told me to get cornflakes yesterday, and I'm like, wait, what could we be making?
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is like the cornflake treats you make at Christmas time, that are just like Rice Krispies. So this was surprising.
A lot of oats in this.
You know what's weird about the Coconut Ranger cookies too? On the Royal Cruises is like, you'll see them on day 1, and then they won't appear again for the entire trip. All you'll get is like chocolate chip cookies, and they're like crispy and overdone.
Yeah, they do overdo their cookies, and I think that's why I'm really excited about doing this, because they overdo all their cookies and they're still good. So I'm wondering how good this cookie's going to be done when you don't like overdo it.
Yeah.
So you want to drop in the cornflakes now? How much?
Should you mash it up? I don't know.
You want it mashed or no?
I think that you should just like do what a machine would do. I don't think they should be like big chunks.
You think they use a machine? Like just a mixer is what you're saying?
I mean, on a cruise, they for sure do. Like, think about the kinds of...
There's no way they have a dough extruding machine. They definitely like...
No, not the extruder. I just mean like a mixer.
Oh, yeah.
Like the giant mixer definitely obliterates cornflakes,
Yeah, probably turns into like more of like a flour, right? So now we need to split this dough in half, because we're going to add a little bit more flour to another... some of the dough so that we can stuff them. And then what do you want to stuff it with? I was trying to think of like, what you think, marshmallow fluff?
Yeah.
Or do you want just like
I think going for like
frosting?
the cream pie vibe. I don't know, a frosting marshmallow.
Want to do frosting? I mean,
I'm trying to think of a cookie that has like a good solid core. To split the dough in half just because you want flatties and stuffed. Wait. I feel like we could just make some stuffed, like as many stuffed as you want, like 4.
We got to add flour to make stuffed. So,
all right, I'm going to try the dough and see where we're at.
we're only going to make like 2 or 3 stuffed cookies. So,
Has potential.
there you go.
Definitely tastes great.
Here, we'll do that as regular and then we'll stuff these.
Okay.
So,
This is regular. We're putting more flour in it.
no, those are the regular, we'll just bake them how they are.
Okay.
And then we'll add more flour to this.
All right.
So I gotta get my flour out. How much more flour did you say we should add? Well, I guess it really depends on how much you have here. So I had 120 grams of flour, but probably only to about a third of the dough, right? When you say that was a third that was left?
Yeah. Do you want me to get out the marshmallow?
We have marshmallow cream already. When we got a pan like this, we should have just gotten a regular pan. We're not baking them right now. These big ones, we gotta freeze them.
I didn't know where else to grab.
You gotta chill all the dough, probably, actually, truthfully.
Do you want me to just put this in the fridge for now?
Yeah. And make sure there's no, like, I guess, air cavity in this, too.
Every time you've rolled the cookies, I've seen like an air pocket in there.
Well, then I fold the top down, though.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, chill the dough. Then we'll scoop out the other cookies and we'll bake them.
I
Right?
think this is going to be great. Yep.
This is good. I like this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoop these out into like little balls, I guess. If you get an ice cream scoop, it really helps you measure out the same amount of cookie each time, and then the way that the scoop releases the cookie dough, it will also give it like some really good texture when it's baking. This is gonna make a lot of cookies, Aubrey. I know you're excited. Well, if they taste how you remember, if they don't taste how you remember, you won't be excited. We got our chilled dough scooped. Now I'll put these in the oven at 350. I'm gonna say for 10 minutes. See how that goes.
Everything's better with salt.
Mhm.
For real. Yeah.
Well, I remember
Except
that.
for salt. More salt on salt. Not good. Too salty. What? How many are you doing?
Oh,
You got to leave a couple.
oh, my bad, dog.
Yeah, got to leave a couple.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do one with this too.
Okay. Should I
Right.
wait for them to cool?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Be back in 10.
Before you leave, I want you to try it and tell me. It doesn't look quite the same, but
It smells very similar.
okay. I'll get one with salt on it. Do they need to be?
I'm getting the same vibes. They're like oaty, coconutty,
I think the
buttery.
cereal is broken up a little bit more in the other one. The stuffed one's coming up next, though. While Aubrey is going home to feed Beckham, I'm going to go ahead and throw the stuffed ones in the oven. I'm doing them at 425 since they didn't freeze for that long, and we'll just see how they turn out.
Closer to you.
Ooh. Voila. Stuffed.
Let's give it a try.
Well, I baked these at 425 for 18 minutes.
How could that be bad,
So, how does this compare
I mean,
to your Ranger cookies? You know,
it's as close as you can get.
you like the stuffed one or the flat one better?
I mean, I like the flat ones better because they're most resembling the original.
Yeah.
But obviously this one's just good because it's just good.
Yeah, the only difference I would have had is I would have broken up the cornflakes a little bit more.
Yeah, because they do get stale
Yeah, like soft.
feeling.
Pulverize your cornflakes a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Great work.